Hi, I'm Kenneth Wajda, and I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado, and I like to take time to talk about photography, and welcome to another one of my photography talks. So today I want to talk about composition. And sometimes I'll see people posting all kinds of golden triangles and Greek squiggles, and I don't always understand what the golden mean is, and I know the rule of thirds. I think that's one that I kind of can get behind as far as where's a leading line, which way is a person facing in or out of a frame. But I was talking to my partner, and she is the one who I gave a K1000 to for her birthday, and she took a beautiful, beautiful portrait of her friend and her daughter, and her friend's daughter, and it is one of those photographs that I was like, oh my God, I saw it on the negative and it was beautiful. It's black and white on Ilford HP5, and I said, this is spectacular. And you have the light right, you have the background right, and I said, you know, and you're close enough. That's the key, you're close enough. And she said, anything that you taught me about composition, I really don't understand, but you told me to fill the frame, and that stuck. And so I moved in close enough to fill the frame. And I think that's a great lesson in composition in a very simple way. She may look at leading lines, she may look at rule of thirds, she may, like I said, those other things don't make any sense to me at all. It seems like after a photo is made, people drop all kinds of patterns on it. But in general, when you look at something, things do converge into the background. That's the nature of perspective on a 2D plane. You know, I think that that's like, you know, a person drawing will always create converging lines, but that's not something that, you know, you can create with some kind of a magical, you know, cornucopia shape. I'm not sure what those things even are. But the thing about, you know, the rule of thirds is a pretty simple thing that I think that, you know, just says don't put everything right in the center. Think about using things off center a little bit. And maybe because you're telling a story, you're putting something on one corner so that it leads to something else. So there's two elements. And that way you use two parts to tell a story instead of one part which is right in the center. But fill the frame. A pretty simple technique that if you're shooting something, maybe go for one more shot, just closer. Everything that you shoot, everything that I shoot, we see it, we frame it, we like it, and then add one more shot, but a little bit closer, and fill the frame. Because I think that's something that is an important element to making great photographs. Pictures with little pinheads don't tend to have as much interest unless they're just figures, or unless, you know, they're not that important to us as the subject. But having strong facial features and having something fill the frame like that, I think that's pretty important, and that's a way to create a strong photograph that says, you know, I'm making a strong statement. And like even like when people photograph against, you know, the Disney castle, they go to Disney World, they photograph in front of the castle. They'll often push the person way back against the castle, and then they'll back way up, and the person's a little dot. I always say just stay and have them come to you. Put them close to the lens so that they're big, and the Disney castle is still behind them, but they're no longer a dot. They're now a presence in the foreground, and you're filling the frame. So that's today's key. Fill the frame, and I think you'll get a stronger result and a stronger response from your audience. All right, that's today's photography talk. If you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button and I'll bring you more. Thanks so much for watching. Happy shooting.